What I think Honda has missed a trick again on is the suspension.
Okay.
They've missed a trick. It's not a crisis. They've not ruined it. To me, the Hornet 2.0 was ruined. This bike is not ruined. This is Honda doing what Honda does. So if you remember the Unicorn and add to me 15-20% stiffness to it, you will get the feeling of this bike. Where initially, it seems to absorb everything. When you take big hits, it absorbs that. Beyond that, it bottoms out quite easily. In the middle, it manages really well. And your sense of it is firm, controlled. Now, firm, controlled, bottoming out at the edge, absorbing small bumps, sounds like a good thing. Except that there are rivals who do better than this even. So the Raider also feels stiff and controlled, but not as stiff as the Honda. The Extreme 125R has very good suspension. The N125 actually is the star of this show because that thing feels like it has sophisticated suspension. Under those pajamas are actually very good shocks. So the N125 has the ability to absorb small shocks. You know what we say the Orleans feel? It does that.
And then those are telescopic forks.
And then it has progressive, and then it has progressive damping and all of that, which unfortunately the Hornet cannot lay claim to. Decent riding comfort, yes. Very, very Honda riding comfort, 100%. Best in the segment today, no longer. So the Indian brands, as it were, have moved on to a better place, but the Japanese brand has not. And just to bring the Activa conversation back, this is exactly what happened to the Activa at the start. In 2000, when they put the link type fork in the front, we asked them, why wouldn't you put telescopics on it? And Honda told us, and I quote, it doesn't even go to 100 kmph. We have a rule at Honda. If the scooter will not go to 100 kmph, it cannot get telescopic forks. Right? Then a few years pass, the Access 125 comes out, has telescopic forks, still does not hit 100 kmph. And Honda sticks to its gun saying, we don't do telescopic forks. Took 20 years to get there. Today, the Honda Activa does have telescopic forks.
Does it get to 100?
No. Right?
They stuck to their guns, man.
They stuck to their guns. In fact, I would say that the next year, 2026, will be the 25th anniversary of the Activa, I think. At that point, it might even get disc brakes. And that might have more to do with the government than Honda, because the government might mandate saying all two-wheelers have to have ABS, and you can't do ABS with drum brakes. So Honda does Honda things. And I understand it also because there's such a large, globally distributed organization that some of these calls will be taken elsewhere. Right? And these get in the way of local markets. So there is somebody sitting in Japan who says, the suspension tuning, you just do it the way we do it. Don't benchmark the rivals for this. Whereas everything else might have been benchmarked, whatever it is. The point is, reasonably comfortable, but not as comfortable as rivals. Very good handler, but there are more confident handling packages available. If you're buying a Hornet, you're not going to suffer. You're not buying the bad bike here. You're just buying the lightest feeling motorcycle, so take a moment to get used to it. Where I think Honda should have improved things, primarily, I think, is the seat. It's a wide seat. It's weirdly shaped. So it looks sort of flabby rather than crisp. It sort of has like a top surface, which is actually a reasonably well-made top surface. Then it sort of has like flab. So it sort of spreads its wings and sort of oozes down the side of the motorcycle. And for some reason, I don't know why, you tell me when you see a Hornet, you tell me if you have the feeling too, I kept feeling like the seat cheapens the motorcycle somehow.
Okay.
The way the cushions are stitched, the way the stitching is, it just feels underdone.
Okay.
It's like somebody winged it. And I didn't want to make the big wing pun by intention. I'm just saying it feels like somebody winged the seat. I feel from my memory, this is the least finished Honda seat I've ever seen. And given the rest of the motorcycle, the seat really sticks out because this motorcycle is well made. So the seat sticks out as a thing saying, why?
Okay.
Now, since most Hornet customers will probably put a seat cover on it, I don't think that's such a big deal. But it is shocking how much difference there is in the quality level between the body panels and the seat. And it really stuck in my craw. Then it got worse because this is not a great seat. It's an okay seat. Eventually, I had aches and pains. I sank into it a little bit. And you should also know this is a reasonably compact motorcycle, no surprise. But the problem with the compactness is they put the huge tank extensions, sort of like the Extreme 125 Hornet. Somebody actually commented saying, it's just like the Hero. And I was like, yeah, they were partners, no, a few years ago.
Before we go there, you spoke about quality. The one thing that we didn't talk about is the switchgear. The switchgear is...
It's basic and functional switchgear with a D-pad on this side.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because pre-SP, it used to be quite tacky. I think
No, it's fine.
it's okay now.
It's not breaking any new ground, but it's not suffering in any particular way.
Because that used to be like a terrible feel
Yeah,
on
no, we are okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, we are
Okay. Design, yeah.
No, design will come. So just remember, if you're a tall rider, once you sit in the seat in the normal position, this part of your knee will make contact with the trailing edge of the tank extension.
Okay.
Since I wear motorcycle pants all the time with armor, I'm aware of the contact through the armor. I'm not suffering from
bothering
it.
you.
If you're wearing regular pants trying to go to work or whatever, which is not the safest thing that you could do, but if you're doing that and you're tall, it might touch. To solve that, I tried to move further and further back in the seat. As a 6-footer, it stopped once my tailbone was firmly in contact with the pillion seat is how far I had to go to remove the contact fully. So not a super spacious bike, but it's not cramped. It's just that there is contact at that point of time.
Mm-hmm.
You will also see some videos where people are shaking those panels and the panels move around quite a bit. I don't think that's a quality issue as much as it has been mounted in a way so that as the bike gets older, it doesn't rattle. So the movement can absorb the bumps and shocks rather than make the plasticky sounds that it would otherwise make. I don't think it's a quality issue.
The only other thing that I would have asked you was about the suspension, because the shows look gold, right?
Yeah.
But I was wondering whether they worked as well, because they felt a little not as plush as you would have expected.
No, they are a typical Honda setup. They are controlled. They do that typical Honda feeling. You can't really object to it until you ride the rivals and say, oh, this has been surpassed.
So yeah,
so you know how I like to say people doing people things and you shouldn't get upset about it. This is Honda doing Honda things and you shouldn't get upset about it.
And it's such a beautiful example, because you'll see gold, you'll see Showa. And then on the other hand, you brought up the example of the N125, which has regular telescopic forks. And you said that feels sophisticated.
Yeah. So in fact, I want to start my own suspension company, which I call Dua. Because I think Dua is better than Showa.
Dua is very good. I love Dua.
No, so overall, I think Honda could have done the seat a little bit better. I think that the suspension setup, Honda does its setup, but I think there are better setups than this in this class now. And I think that engine retune, if it was a little bit more cognizant of how the motorcycles are working in that segment now, I think there is a better setup for the engine tune also. But overall, I have really enjoyed riding the bike. It was all the things that you expect from Honda, where everything sort of works and you have that sense of quality always. It feels a little bit larger than it is, blah, blah, blah. Clicks into place. I get why you'd get yourself a CB125 Hornet.
Honda's Hornet isn't just the Shine 125 in different clothes. It's different. But how different is it from its rivals? And is it better or worse? You can find out in this episode of MotorInc First, which is playing on the MotorInc app. As always, the MotorInc app is free to download and free to sign up on. We'll see you there.